Right, okay, so I've just been playing around with the Neural DSP Cory Wong plugin, and there was something I kind of found on the Helix which I thought, yeah, that could totally get us in that ballpark. So I just wanted to confirm it by checking out the plugin, and I'm pretty sure this could work. So the most important thing, I think, with this Cory Wong stuff is that you're looking at the fourth position on a strat, so that kind of neck and middle position. The next thing is that we're looking for a clean amp, right? So most of the tones that you hear and play with are kind of pristine, clean, not really looking at anything with too much breakup. For this reason, something clean with a massive low end, I'm thinking Cali, Texas channel 1. So I'm going to start off kind of drive at 6, bass at 6, mids at about, I think, 4, 4.5. Treble at about 6, and we're going to bring the presence down. Cory Wong's tones tend to be, I would suggest, relatively dark. We're not talking about big spanky tones, we're talking about quite dark tones, and he's got a really percussive style. Unique in quite a few ways. I know he's like heavily Prince influenced, but it doesn't really sound to me like Prince's guitar tones. So I'm going to use a dual cab, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a key 30, but I'm going to choose the 4038. I looked at his presets, and he tends to be using ribbon mics, and then on the other side we're going to do the same thing, and this is going to sound quite dark, I think. So we use 160 ribbon, and again put in some of these reflections. Now this is kind of what I think of as starting point, and that's really good. Got to plug in the HX Stomp. That's kind of rule 1. And what I'm going to do then to bring that to life is chuck on a Rochester compressor. And that's not done what I want. What we're going to do is take this level back down so that we're not pushing the front of the amp as much. So we're looking for clean cleans, right? This may not even be the best compressor for the job. Right, what I'm going to do is take the bass down on the amp, because this is an area where we're potentially going to be getting some breakup. So I'm going to maybe take that down to 2. And bring it back in. I'm going to bring this ratio down a bit as well, I think. And that would be maybe my starting point for some of this stuff. Like, it's just quite a dark tone. Now, if you got rid of one of these mics, you'd notice that you suddenly get rid of a lot of that big bassy feel. So that is what I've got that in there for. Now the other thing that I might consider doing would be mismatching these cabs. So let's just try something, I don't know, let's go outrageous, like a Marshall style cab. Chuck the reflections back up. So just switching between an actual Cory Wong tone and this tone. Like that's what we're kind of going for here. Maybe I'll try just switching some of these cabs to something different, like a high watt style cab. Again, I'm going to chuck some reflections in. Like, to me, that's getting me in that ballpark. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is that going to work for you? Now, the other kind of thing that I might do is add in something like a tube screamer. And it seems to me that his tube screamer settings are pretty conventional stuff. Because we're going into a darker style of amp, you're going to get kind of warm. Like it's quite a dark tone, and maybe you'd consider for some of his tones, so if you've got something with a bit of ambience on it, like a dual delay, I think it's one of the things that he's set up here, with 250 on one side and 500 on the other. A lowish mix, and we get this kind of thing. So I might even take that mix up a bit more. Let's go for like 20%. And I'm going to turn off the mods, they're already off. Maybe I'll bring that feedback up a bit to sort of 50%. Bring in the high cut. And then when it comes to reverb, kind of this plate style thing maybe. So we go stereo, dynamic plate, a longish decay, but obviously this is not the kind of thing he's going to be using most of the time. This is kind of an ambient. Most of the time that's going to be off, and it's been going. It's quite a specific kind of tone that he's going for. If you wanted a bit more brightness, I would, you know, go onto the amp and don't be afraid to bring presence and stuff up. But that for me would be kind of my starting point for that Cory Wong inspired thing. Let me know if you want me to drop this into the folder. I'm going to try and put together a little intro, trying to do something a little bit Cory Wong-ish. And if I was going to jump into a Cory Wong solo, you know, which is a rare thing, it's a rare sighting. think I would be going for a screamer, and maybe following that you might want to use something kind of martially, I think, without a mid push. So maybe something like a Prince of Tone, something like that, or a Blues Breaker, maybe. So let me know your thoughts, if you found anything works better for that. Obviously this is kind of inspired by the plugin from Neural DSP, and kind of looking at and noticing what it is that I tend to hear in Cory's tone. And that's a lot of low end stuff and not much spank at all for a Strat player, you know? Very dark sounding guitar tones. I'll catch you in another video soon, and thanks for stopping by. Cheers!